29.
Yeah, 29.
Wow, of our campaign slash adventure slash exploration of the world.
Yes.
Um, uh, Daniel, what do you recall from last session? What was the what did you get from last session?
We spent most of the time talking to somebody. We managed to get the Proteus down into the tower, into Blackadder's tower. And I think that was kind of it, as far as I recall.
All right.
Plus, we had many, many media issues. But we won't
Yes.
mention those because that was a waste of 45 minutes of time switching back and forth. And it was mostly my fault because I can't seem to get it together on my end as far as Firefox goes. I'm mentioning it.
All right. So yes. You guys managed to get the portal to the Proteus plane to Lady Blackadder. She has, as a reward, promised to look for a shop front for you guys so that you can try and sell all the various knickknacks and artifacts and so forth.
Actually, it's a very, very good thing that you mentioned this. Mentioned this sort of thing earlier, as in getting my character sheet out of a printed character sheet out of my book, which I don't have. But I ran across my old printout of Landed Gentry.
Who?
Landed Gentry. The
yes.
the way to call your thing a city. Yeah. Well, this one's a stronghold. I don't know if there's any other options other than Landed Gentry as for a city or fortress or shop or something that you own that does stuff in the background when you're not looking at it.
No, I think we can kind of make it up as we go along.
Okay.
As far as the details of what it actually gives you, but I think at the very least some steady income. Every time you come into town, you can take the money from the till and spend it however. So,
Yeah. We might have to write a program for this. Like, here's our inventory over the course of 2 weeks. Stuff gets sold, and the older stuff might get sold, and what's popular might get sold. And then in 2 weeks, we find out how much money we actually made. It might be an interesting little exercise in dice rolling and programming and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just rolled a 2 and a 4. Or a 0 and a 1. 10 and a 1, sorry. I hear explosions. You're playing music. Okay, narrate for us, Sean.
After you manage to get the Proteus back to... After you jump off the Proteus portal, you ran into your wizard friend, Gastrag. Magento, who came back to the ship, and he identified some items as being magical.
Oh, yeah.
He got coiled up in the golden snake idol.
Yep.
And stabbed himself with the spear.
Yeah, is he better yet?
Yes. He is recovering from his wound. He's in a hammock down in the hold now.
How much? By the way, how much experience do I have right now?
You are... I don't think you've added any experience for the last 2 sessions, so you are plus 4 experience, and I think you're 2 away from level 9.
13, yep, that's what I've got.
Okay, cool.
So overall, within the last couple sessions, I've gained 4 experience.
Just from like learning stuff
Okay.
and completing the Proteus quest and so forth.
Yeah, I get it. All right.
Okay.
Also, Tim. I like Richard Jr. I think we need to make more use of him.
You're in town for a few days. Gastrag is in the hold trying to heal from his wound.
Mm-hmm.
Boffin has managed from among the crew that Lady Blackadder sent over to fix the Nautulus. He has managed to recruit several gnomes who are all part of this same sort of clan of gnomes. They all wear red hats.
Yeah, I like how they're all garden gnomes. That's pretty brilliant right there.
Their hats are dyed in the blood of their enemies.
So
they say. So they say.
Yeah.
So they say. It might not be true, but they claim it.
None of them are underpants gnomes, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because underpants gnomes steal underpants.
Oh,
as you will remember from last night playing Cards Against Humanity.
Whatever recruitment strategy Boffin has, it's obviously worked because now you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gnomish crew members.
Okay.
In various places. So,
yeah. And if all else fails, we can use them as cannon fodder.
Of course, yes.
Of course.
One of the gnomes will come up to you, Bertok. Mr. Captain Bertok, sir, Gastrag wanted to see you. He's feeling better.
Oh, good. Question. Compared to me, how tall are they?
They're like a head shorter.
Okay, cool. I will give him a pat on the head and I'll say thank you. And then scurry off to go visit Gastrag.
But with the hats, they're like a head above you.
So. Oh. Then I'll reach up and pat the top of his hat.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. He giggles and scurries off to mess with the machinery.
Did we get the... Yeah, we did get the levitation machine working.
Yes.
Okay.
It is levitating, it is flying, it is ready to go wherever you want to take it.
Right, and Lady Blackadder has her thing. She's paid us, or is planning to pay us in due time. I would say we're kind of done with that whole Proteus thing, are we not?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. I will go visit Gastrag. And if he is conscious and awake, I will stress to him the importance of not messing with stuff you don't know about and not reading incantations aloud. This is the one point I wish to stress to him beyond all others.
He will groan and clutch his stomach as if your words have pained him.
Yeah.
But it's what I do.
But not out loud. Just think for a couple minutes before you read something.
All right, Captain. I will make an attempt to in the future. Ugh.
Very good. I'm proud of you. For now.
He looks over at your attire and says, "I was curious about something," and points at you and starts to mumble a magic spell under his breath.
I look down at myself, not knowing what he is referring to, but seeing that he's staring at me, in particular my clothing, and I'm wondering what in the world, but I don't say anything.
Okay. he completes the spell, and his eyes glitter as he says that your cloak there is radiating a magical aura. Where did you get that cloak?
What cloak, I say, as I look down and see my own cloak. Do I have a cloak? Seriously, I've never noticed it. Wow. Okay.
Plus one armor.
Oh, that's right. I have no idea where I got it. I don't remember. It's been so long. I've had it for so many months now.
He'll stroke his little goatee. I see this.
The bramble armor? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Then
Bramble armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I recall something about fighting goblins in the grasslands, and something about the shriveled head on the prow of the ship.
Oh.
And I will mention this to him.
Interesting.
And kind of recant the tale in some manner of speaking. I don't completely go crazy with storytelling mode, but I definitely fill him in on our previous adventures regarding the goblins.
All right. Yep. He will nod his head and take in your story, and he'll kind of reach over and feel the material of your cloak and say that he thinks that it is a item called a Cloak of Thorns that does give protection to the user, but it also, and he pauses and says that he's heard that given should the user be struck a terribly mortal blow, the cloak itself, according to some of the stories that he's heard, might keep you from dying outright.
Wow. Cool. Okay. I kind of raise my eyebrows at that and give a impressed look toward him, and then smile a little and say, well, thanks for telling me. I'm happy I know. Obviously, it would have done me good whether I had known or not, but now that I know, it's kind of cool.
So they're very, very rare and very valuable, as I'm sure you can appreciate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would imagine so. If only it would do something like turn me invisible when I did this and I pull it over my head.
It does not turn invisible.
That's okay. I didn't expect it would, since I've always seemed to be the guy that's spotted at all the parties and things. As much as I don't like going to these parties, I always get roped into them. And then I've got to make small talk to all these strangers. Can't stand it.
Hey, I was a stranger once upon a time. Remember 2 days ago?
You're very right, and I have grown to appreciate your company.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. We were strangers too. The gnomes shout out.
All the gnomes. Wait, what's the line? Hang on. I have to pull up a thing and then play it for the stream alone.
Okay.
The gnomes are... A cry goes up from the gnomes. Something, something. Never mind. Go ahead. It's fine. You don't need to pause on my account.
As the as his spell still lingers over you, Bertok, he will frown at one of your pouches and say that there's something magical in that pouch there too.
Oh, the pouch. What pouch do I have in my possession? I flounder around at my belt and finally find something. And what about it? I say.
He's yeah, you know that he's pointing to the particular pocket or pouch that you have the uh, Agatha's medallion in.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that. I've been wanting to find the source of this medallion. I open up the pouch and pull the thing out. But nobody in Delgar seems very friendly toward this order. And I was hoping that someone would be able to tell me where to find them. I look back toward Agatha's room, kind of up toward the ceiling, since I assume we're down in the hold of the ship.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I should probably move myself down there anyway. And I'll glance back and up at the place where Agatha's room is, so that we can at least give their acolyte's body back to them, since she died not long ago. I fall melancholy.
Yes. Gastrag will offer to try and examine the amulet or the medallion.
Yeah, if he can sit up, I offer to help him sit up, and then we'll take a look at it. And I'll set it down on like an end table or something.
With your assistance, he manages to get up. He still kind of clutches his stomach a little bit, but he seems alert enough to try and perceive what this medallion is. He lifts it up with a hand, examines it, both sides, and he says, "Well, yes, I can see this is not very popular in Delgar. This is the Order of the Sun."
This I knew.
What's that?
This I knew. I knew what the order was called. I just didn't know where to find their headquarters temple area. But tell me more. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, they're the Order of the Sun. They pay homage and worship the kindler of the suns across all the worlds. So she, according to mythology at least, lit all of the suns in all of the heavens of the worlds.
Cool.
So very fiery personality, very, very unforgiving of mistakes, but
yeah,
of course, quite a impressive deity to worship, certainly. The order headquarters, I believe, from what I've heard, is in the bright port of Arkrosa.
Arkrosa? Where is that?
Arkrosa.
Where would I find that place? I ask.
He points vaguely to the southwest.
Okay.
And says it's somewhere southish and westish.
Well, all right. I'll have to go look at that then, because I'm southwest. That's I have this old map, and I pull out Sargol's portal map. We are at Delgar right now. He has marked nothing on this map, but I can see the land masses.
Try the map found on the Nautulus.
Right. Nautilus map. Typhos Arkrosa. That, the island there. I exclaim as I spot it and spot the writing of the great and powerful scribe known as type a retour. No. I will kind of perk up at this and say, hey, if we can go there, I love exploring, so I am totally on board with going to explore this place. I kind of mentioned...
I totally forgot.
What?
Sorry, nope. Sorry, forget that.
Oh.
Gastrag will kind of give a painful little wince as he hears the course is possibly for Arkrosa, and he will mention that Arkrosa is not a good place if you want freedom, or wine, or beer, or anything fun. It is a very dull and drab little town.
Oh, I see. Well, it's good to know this ahead of time. Yet I've been trying to get this thing off my conscience for some time, i.e., the body of our previous shipmate. It will be a short trip. How far from land are they? Is there, like, any chance we can make it out there and back in a day? Maybe going over to Typhos instead, or...
Gastrag has no idea how long it would take.
Okay. Gastrag is a wizard, not a navigator. Yeah. Let's just, if that's yeah.
Gastrag will say that he's willing to come along for the ride, but he would not be comfortable actually going into the city himself.
Okay. Right. Then, okay, we will assume that you're still bedridden from your own stupidity, and I spare no insult in this remark. And instead,
he will collapse back into the hammock and just rest and lay there. Yeah, he'll chill. He'll read his spell book.
An exasperated groan as he hears me reprimanding him yet again. And I will say, well, I can't stress it enough. Read it silently before you read it aloud. That's a cool healing potion.
Overhead, you will hear the pitter-patter of little goblin feet, and the cook shouting, "Come back here, you little rat! I'll roast you! I'll barbecue you in sauce!"
Oh, and all the little gnomes are singing.
Gotta go to work, work out now, search for
All right. So, what do you do here, Mr. Bertok?
I'm going to head back out and up, and I will go into the bridge, and I will instruct Boffin to make sail for that one place. Arkrosa.
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 All right. All hands ready. The gnomes will scurry up, start banging on the machinery, making sure it's working. The Nautulus will fly away into the sunset, south and west, towards Arkrosa.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna love it.
It will take 1 or 2 days to get there. Certainly not as long as the journeys out to the portals.
Right.
Okay. It will take 1 or 2 days to get there.
Do we need to perilous journey this guy?
Yes. Let's make a perilous journey.
All right. What do I have for a perilous journey? Act as trailblazer, scout, or quartermaster. I will act as a scout just because I love failing scout rolls and getting attacked by stuff. Because I love attacking stuff and I love fighting stuff off, even if I usually die from it.
All right.
I probably should have read what I actually need to roll to get it. Wisdom.
Yep.
All right. Bertok. Wisdom roll. Yay, I failed.
All right.
A manta ray comes and swallows us whole. Yes?
That's for later.
Oh, okay. Don't rush things.
You will hear a thump as something lands on the front deck.
Oh, don't tell me.
Boffin screams.
Boffin screams. I hear the thump and the scream and think, oh, again? Who's been hanging owlbear seed off the prow of the ship? And then I realized, wait, there's 2 dead heads out there, dried heads. Maybe owlbears are attracted to heads, severed, dried heads. Wait, he already burst into the bridge?
Yes.
Oh, so he bursts into the bridge. Oh, I was already up here.
Bertok, your arm will give a warning ache, but far too.
Oh, right. You forgot. I got my arm back. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Who put it back on? How did I get it back? I'm very curious.
It was in that long scuffle with the shape-shifting mer person. You dipped your dead arm in like the Proteus, and then started whacking the mer person with it.
That's right.
And you noticed it was like fusing with its flesh. So you're like, let me try sticking it to myself.
Right,
and
right.
It worked.
Okay, cool. So I'm back. Yeah, I unbelt my flail and start swinging it around my head as I start advancing upon the owlbear as menacingly as possible.
The owlbear.
And the tips of the spikes start whap, 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 whap against the owlbear's hide.
The owlbear will ignore Boffin as you become the biggest threat to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it will rear up and spread its claws and its wings,
exposing its underbelly, at which I swing upward and try to gash at it with my flail.
Make a wisdom check. Defy danger, Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay. You are not intimidated by this owlbear's impressive display of
Well, good.
awesomeness.
All right.
What do you do?
Yeah, I make a swing at it,
Okay.
noticing that it has opened up its weak points to me in an attempt to intimidate me. I swing and miss. Or something. No, I don't quite miss. I would say the spikes of my skull-tipped flail rake through its feathers and kind of like split the ends, but nothing more.
A few wispy feathers float down to the deck. Um, it will give you a bear hug for 5 damage.
Yeah. -4, so 1 damage.
-4, 1 damage.
That was 16. I will laugh as my armor creaks under the weight of its crushing hug. And then I will, ow, and then immediately burst my arms open and shove its wings back, and at the same time try to smack it across the face with my flail.
Okay.
Whap.
Okay, good. This time you managed to hit it. Roll for damage.
I have just a simple attack. So I'm going to attack 6 damage. Whoa. Is that me? Sorry. My computer's now lagging for some reason. Oh boy. Wow. This is insane. Hey, Sean. Sean.
Daniel?
Sorry. My computer just completely froze as soon as I gave my attack roll. Like
Oh, wow.
a serious amount. So I said I hit it for 6 damage, and then suddenly everything on my computer just decided to completely freeze.
Oh my god, that's weird.
Yeah, and so I've been hearing you speaking in very, very, very broken language for the last however long.
Okay.
And then OBS started to get weird too. But I think it's all better. I've closed up a couple things, and hopefully that took care of most of it.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm sorry if you rolled like twice, and I completely missed everything you said.
Okay. Yeah. You attack the owlbear for 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
The owlbear shrieks and retaliates by sinking its beak into your shoulder and doing 11 damage to you.
Ow. That's evil of you. Bertok. 11 minus 4 is 7. Which leaves me down to 9 total.
11?
I was up to 13, I think. Was it 13 or 15? Because
Okay, how much damage you...
I have...
Yeah, I'm sorry. You should have been all healed up. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let me fix that then.
Yeah, it's been a few days.
So 23.
Sorry.
I was at 23 with the last attack, and then minus another 7 is...
Right. It's got to be a little better.
16 instead of 9.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Good.
I'm
There we go.
a lot happier with that.
Yeah.
And then okay. I fall to my knees as this owlbear pecks at my head, and I yell over to Boffin, "Will you get back in here and help me out?" As I try to make another attack against it.
Richard Jr. here will leap out of the corner here.
Richard Jr., no! I yell. As he bashes the thing with this frying pan thing.
Shield. Yeah, he will.
It looks like a frying pan.
He will leap at the owlbear, do a flying stab at it, and succeed in giving you a +1 to your attack.
Nice. +1
Captain
to
Bertok!
Richard Jr. I yell as I swing my flail back around in a wide arc and try to clobber the thing upside the head yet again.
Eight plus 1 is 9. Good. You hit it.
And then scent of blood.
Oh, yeah, scent of blood.
Except now my macro bar has disappeared because my browser froze. I can do this. Roll 1d10 plus 2d4. 14 damage.
Man. The owlbear will give a moan and flop backwards.
Dead?
Into the shards of the broken window that it came through and lay there deceased and dead.
Nice. Okay. Now, I've been planning this from the beginning of this fight. I basically swing my flail down toward the deck and then pin it in by one of the spikes into the deck plates.
Okay.
And then I will swing my sword out from its sheath and come down on the owlbear to behead it.
On its what?
On its neck.
Okay.
To behead it. I want to behead the owlbear.
Roll a strength check.
Okay. It takes me a couple tries, and I have to hack at it.
You succeed, though, eventually.
And I leave a pool of blood in the cabin.
Richard Jr. is heaving in the corner here.
Yeah. I immediately ignore him and instead take a coil of rope and lash it around this head that I have harvested. And I drag it over and I hang it off of the bow. along with the other two. This is a warning to all other owlbears. This is what we do to those who raid us. I shout in triumph. My shoulder's still hurting like hell because that really hurt.
Okay, that is awesome.
And then
Owlbear flopping in the breeze out there next to the other heads. Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
I go back
Good
and
job.
finding my I find my my battle rage, my sense of battle rage and my scent of blood subsides, and I go back into the cabin, the bridge, and I find Richard Jr. completely pale and weak from being sick, and I immediately run over to drag him out by the leg and down into the hold to join Gastrag, and I put him up in one of the hammocks, and I say, "Get better."
Aww. Yes, Captain.
And I look over to Gastrag and say, "Gastrag, take care of this one. He couldn't hold it. He couldn't handle a little bit of blood."
It was horrible. It was everywhere. I think I got some in my hair.
As soon as I say a little bit of blood, a couple droplets leak through the planks of the deck above. And then I feel it on my forehead, and I'm like, oh, it might have been a little more than a little.
Blood is dripping down from the ceiling occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, now I head back up, and taking the talon of the owlbear, I will drag the rest of the corpse out onto the front deck, and then roll it over the bow, roll it over the railing, and let it splash into the water. See how many sharks we can. And then I run.
Yeah.
And then I run to the side deck with a kind of a maniacal look on my face, and man one of the ballistas as I watch for sharks.
Within, no sharks occur.
And the corpse just sinks out of sight as I wait. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
A lightsaber ballista bolt. That would be cool. Can Gastrag make this happen? Can he enchant a ballista bolt to glow red? Like a lightsaber? Oh, come back. Computer, stop it, computer. I believe I need to shut down this guy. Sean. Oh. Maybe if I can shut something down, but I can't find out what to shut down because there's nothing actually running. Sean. You're playing that music again. Sean. Sean.
Daniel.
Sorry, it cut out on me again. Like the entire computer started lagging yet again.
Is it like when you were opening up pages the last
No,
session?
it just did it. It just started. So I was very confused. And I'm trying to shut things down just to see if that'll help.
Okay. Gastrag will say that he can make the ballista bolt glow while it's near him, but it will fade once it gets far away.
Okay. Well, that we will just not worry about that at the moment.
Oh,
It's a really cool idea, but I don't want to force that to be a cool thing that happens.
okay. Bertok, make a wisdom check for me.
Okay. Bertok, wisdom now. 8.
Okay. Later in the evening, the ship is. It doesn't matter where you are. Yeah. Later in the evening, the ship is at rest. You're asleep, and you hear a gnawing sound coming from the corner of your room. This has awakened you from a fitful sleep.
Okay. I will go ahead and check it out.
Okay.
Roll over in my cot and kind of crawl to the floor and start searching around. I assume we've got some sort of like oil lamp or something that I can light up.
What?
That I can just light and look around.
Yeah. You see there's a small hole near the floorboards of your room that a little pointy nose is gnawing at. And a little ratty face peeks out, sees you, and then scurries back in.
Okay. Well, I don't like rats aboard my ship, but it's understandable since we've been at sea for so long. I will... what do I have? Yeah, no, I'll leave that alone. Leave that alone. Did I keep any of the Proteus fluid?
No.
Okay, never mind then. I was having an idea, but I decided not to worry about it. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it right now.
Okay.
Maybe what I can do is take like a treasure chest or a foot locker and shove it in front of the hole to block it. For now.
Sure. Yeah, you find a chest or something to put in front of the little hole the rat was gnawing. So
right.
You feel pretty comfortable it can't get back in now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah. What else? Nothing else happens in that respect then?
No, nothing else. No.
Okay.
And the sun rises the next day, and you can hear the cook complaining that rats got in the flour again, and he starts chasing it with a knife.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. And I will leap up and see what in the world's going on. Run down and see the cook fuming and chopping and fighting off
yes,
invisible monsters.
he is peering around, looking in various crates and around barrels. He's holding a cleaver in his hand, and he seems very annoyed at something that has escaped his grasp,
Yeah. Okay.
shouting about a rat.
Yeah. I want to set a trap. I don't know what. Actually, I'm going to go upstairs into my other area. Actually, no, it's already in his area. I will take the banded prison orb, and I'll mention to Grabknot that I think I know how they're getting in, and I will set the banded prison orb outside the hole in my room. Freaking hell. There we go. I don't get it, but
Weird.
I have a feeling I'm just running too many things.
Oh.
Like, the video streaming software. Sadly.
Uh,
But I need to work on debugging that. Anyway, I'm sorry. I set the banded prison orb outside the hole in my bedroom, and hopefully that will catch it eventually.
okay. The banded prison orb is not empty.
Oh,
There is a fragment of the hag's heart inside of it.
right. That's right. I forgot about that. And in fact, I still don't remember that, but okay. What do I remember about this thing?
You recall that
Wait.
as long as the hag's stone heart is whole, or at least a fragment of it survives, the hag can revive by assembling creepy, crawly creatures around herself.
Ah, I see. That's not good. Right. Are we over the water?
Yes.
I would like to remove the heart from the orb and drop it over the side of the ship. And hope that she doesn't, attract lamprey eels and stuff for a new body.
The moment the heart fragment is out of the orb, a dozen rats will swarm out of various places, climb up your body, and bite your hand that's holding the heart fragment.
Oh, God. No. I am going to make a constitution check to see if I can keep holding on to it.
Okay?
If that's reasonable.
Sure.
I fail. I immediately drop the heart and start dancing around. Freaking. Start not trying to throw the rats off my body.
The rats with their bloody little fangs swarm down your body and start to swarm around the heart.
I immediately try to make a grab for the heart yet again, but pull back, unable to really make a reasonable attempt at it. I try desperately to swing. I pull my sword out and try to make a couple swings at the rats to try to disperse them before they can gather around the heart.
Okay, there is a lot of rats, but you can try, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Swing, swing. Yeah. Not sure what that gets me. 8 damage worth.
Okay, now, where were you? Were you in your room when you took out the heart? Or were you,
Yes, I was in my room. I'm trying to set the cage down by the little hole that they were coming through.
Okay. You do manage to smash 3 or 4 of the rats as they try to swarm the heart.
Mm-hmm.
But enough of them manage to coalesce together into the horrible, unclothed figure of the wrinkled hag.
I immediately divert my eyes and raise my arms above my face and, oh God, it hurts, it burns, the sight of her.
Yeah, make a wisdom check.
Sure. Right. This page. Wisdom check.
Okay.
Yeah. I ace the wisdom throw.
Wow. Okay. You are not so affected by this hag appearing and its horrible appearance that you cannot perform an action.
Okay.
You are not so. That was a double negative. Anyway.
That's okay. I've made triple negatives before.
What do you do, Mr. Bertok?
I immediately gather all of my wits about me and try to make a thrust at the witch in an attempt to stab her through the heart.
Okay.
My sword already being drawn. I'm wondering, do I get scent of blood for this or not?
I don't think so.
Because, I mean, technically it's the same thing that I was swinging at before. But, no, I failed the swing anyway.
Okay.
Or no, I have an idea. How about she splits, like, in the middle, and I see this hole that appears in her stomach made of squirming, writhing rats. As my sword passes through, pulls back out, and she immediately closes back up.
We can do that, sure. She's malleable enough at the moment that, yeah, she senses you.
Here it goes again.
And and
Hello? How goes it? Am I back? Yes? Are we back? Hello? Sean? Oh, so frustrating. Are you back?
Daniel,
Yes.
was that me going out?
Nope, that was me going out again, doing the same exact thing as before. Well, I've closed Chrome, and Roll20. I'm gonna see how that works, because I'm
Okay.
kind of like, I would have no problem not playing with Roll20 at the moment, since
Sure,
I have a
yeah.
feeling that's partially what's the problem here.
All right. We can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say, okay, I made the stab at the witch. I failed. She opened up. I slid the sword through. That's the last I heard.
Yep. Yep. In your attack, you hit the door behind the hag, and it has burst asunder, and the hag has made her way out the door, and you can hear the patter of her footsteps down to the kitchen.
Grabknot! She's loose! I yell, my voice echoing through the corridors of the ship. All gnomes to battle stations! We have a loose hag! I immediately start racing after her, my sword drawn, and pointed before me as I plunge through the hallways and the stuff.
You hear a cackle and a goblin's scream of pain.
Yeah, I follow the scream as I rush through doorway after doorway and porthole after porthole to try to find where in the world she went to.
Gnomes are starting to pop up, wondering what in the world is happening. You rush into the kitchen, and Grabknot, the goblin cook, is kneeling on the floor, clutching his eye socket in pain.
No, I yell as I tear a piece of cloth from my sleeve and throw it to him. Wrap that around your head and follow me, I yell as I brandish my sword even higher and rush through another doorway just to see if she went in there.
The hag is actually in the kitchen, right in front of the door to the back deck. She grins, holding up Grabknot's eye.
I will make a swipe at her wrist. I'm not standing for this. We have a wizard now. We can take him on. Oh, you know what I really need Roll20 for?
Dice.
Don't worry, I have dice. I make a swing at her wrist. I roll a 4.
Did you use 2 dice or just 1?
I used 2d6.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. She cackles, squeezes the eye, and absolute darkness envelopes everyone.
I immediately run headfirst into the wall.
In the darkness, you can hear the hag say, I was just going to kill you all for imprisoning me, but after such a long time, I think I'm going to torment you so much more painfully than just killing you. Goodbye for now, you feeble crew. And you hear the door open, and she dives, well, presumably, she dives off the deck and into the ocean below.
Ooh, she's going to dive into the ocean. Well, we're rid of her. As I hear the splash, I think to myself, oh, she's gone. Well, good. And then I immediately flounder and run into a wall. After that, I don't know what happens because I become knocked out for a time. Until I'm roused awake by, what's his name? Wizard guy.
Good question.
Gastrag.
Gastrag. Gastrag will stumble up the ladder leading from below decks.
Right.
His hand glowing with a light that just barely illuminates the magical darkness around you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I flounder toward the light and then grab onto it, yanking him down to his knees as I yell, thinking that darkness also muffles my voice. She got away!
who got away?
The hag, we've dealt with her before, I shout. We were keeping her heart, and I let it out. I'm a horrible, horrible person.
And you talk about me doing stuff without thinking. Yeah.
I don't need that kind of told you so attitude from you, I yell as I squeeze around his wrist, my sword clattering against the deck, against the floorboards of the kitchen as I flounder and like squash his face in my hand and stuff.
Between you and Gastrag, you manage to get the goblin cook into a bed and bandage his eye as best as possible.
Okay.
The ship starts to move forward again.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, the darkness surrounding the kitchen gradually disperses.
Yeah.
And by the time you clear the darkness, the hag is nowhere to be found. She is vanished amid the waves and the distance.
Can we dynamite the ocean just to make sure?
You don't have dynamite, and nor would you have anywhere near enough to
Yeah.
oil.
Yeah, that's not going to do much.
Okay.
At least not right now. But we do have oil. That's good to know. Means we can start an oil fire on the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. He gets towards eight.
What's that?
Cities of view.
What's this? It did it again. And I am not at all happy about this. Terrible. Discord node. Discord. Discord. Why does this need to have 3 instances of Discord running? Because that's the way we do it now. What's that?
Fresh.
Are you talking again? Hello? Hello? Yes, you're back. I hope.
Yay!
Well, that's chicken counting. Uh, process priority below normal. Apply. Video. Video output is currently active. Turn off. Output. Okay. I turned down a couple things. Hopefully it'll help.
Okay.
Anyway, what were we saying? I said maybe we can start an oil fire at some point.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Towards midday, after you guys lost the hag and the goblin cook lost his eye
Mm-hmm.
and all that sadness, you guys come across finally the isle that Arkrosa is on.
Arkrosa is here. Yay. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah.
Scattered farms and forests are on most of the island, but towards the west side of the island is a very large and very whitewashed city
Right. Okay.
that Boffin identifies as Arkrosa. And he lands at the northern part of the western end where there is docks for airships.
A cheer goes up from all the gnomes, a little high-pitched squeal.
Yeah.
And immediately a collective shh emits from the city as all these like white-robed monks come filing out very solemnly.
Arkrosa the Bright. The walls are whitewashed. They're 40 feet high. And this city is arranged in tiers of walls. So there's another 40-foot wall behind that one and another 40-foot wall behind that one.
Yeah, got it.
And fluttering in the breeze is the banner of Arkrosa, which is a white gem on a blue field, just like Arkrosa itself.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we land. I will instruct our gnomes to prepare the body of Agatha and like pallbearers, we will walk her corpse on like a plank, on a spare plank. Covered by a sheet, like a white sheet or something, or maybe a sailcloth. That would be kind of more fitting.
Okay, very, very professional. Yeah.
And we will walk up to the gates of the city.
Okay.
Remembering what Gastrag told us about this place, I will very solemnly hammer with the butt of my sword against the wooden gates. Or stone gates, or whatever they are.
Did you guys get that? The guard that is posted before the gates of the city is checking people's papers as they come in, making sure everything is in order, and making sure they are delivering or doing whatever that they are supposed to be in this city. You guys come up, and he says, papers?
No papers, I say back, but I do have this, and I hold up the medallion of the Order of the Sun.
Oh, his eyes will grow wide, and he will say, "Oh my goodness. Well, if you don't have papers, um, let's see. If you don't have papers, I can issue you a paper that will get you to the most revered order of the sun. But you must go directly to their temple. No wandering about.
We
You
plan
must
on
go
this.
directly there.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. That's our plan.
Okay. He gets a document, signs it, says that you're going to the Order of the Sun, hands it to you, and says, "Good luck with your journey, sir."
Thank you. I bow low. And then, all at once, me and all 7 other gnomes walk through the gates, bearing this plank upon which the body of Agatha lies. Just within inside, one of the gnomes is like, "Man, I'm parched. I could do with a drink. Wonder where the nearest tavern is." And he lets go and starts wandering off. And I shout, "Get back here! Didn't you hear what he said?" He's like, "Screw you, Captain," and runs off.
Junior, get back here!
Oh, it was Junior.
Junior, come through.
Ricky or something.
Hmm?
Ricky. His name is Ricky. That's his pet name. His dad calls him Ricky.
A wandering passerby will scoff and give the little gnome a cuff on the head and say, "There's no beer here. That filthy trash is not permitted in these walls."
All the gnomes look crestfallen, as do I. And we're like, "No beer? Oh no!" Now you can play your song if you want. No.
The guard that you met at the gate will have given you rough directions to the temple,
Okay.
and you manage to get to the second tier of walls surrounding the city.
Yeah.
The guard at that gate looks at your paper and hurries you through. And thankfully, at this level, there is a large, ornate building that is fluttering the very symbol that is on Agatha's medallion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we are going to go straight to that building. Ricky not saying any more since he now realizes that there is no alcohol to be had in this city. He will very solemnly walk in place with the rest of the gnomes and myself to the gates of the temple. I will walk up and I will hammer yet again on another gate.
The doors of the temple are open for all to come in and witness the glory of the Order of the Sun. There is clear windows on most of the walls that let in glorious sunlight.
Yeah.
And everything is bright and radiant.
Okay.
We walk in.
One of the acolytes questioned you about your purpose here.
Yes, we come bearing the body of your former order member. She was killed out at sea months ago. We have been preserving her body for whatever rituals you may. And there goes my thing again. Being all laggy yet again. It's still lagging. Hang on. Hang on. Hello? Nope, not yet. Anything? Any better? Hello?
Hello?
It's not quite back yet. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Maybe better? I can at least hear you.
Better?
A little better. Memory usage is still... Video Discord is jumping quite a bit. Try it now. I think it's okay now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You good?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. The acolyte will pull back the sailcloth, take a look at Agatha, notice that she is indeed a priestess of the Order of the Sun, and will gasp and usher you inside, where an older cleric will slowly come up to you guys, take a look at Agatha, and say with a very sad expression that it is such a pity that our brightest star has fallen so early. I had high hopes for her.
I see. I see. I kind of mumble with a little bit of disinterest. Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't. Yeah. Anyway, sorry to hear it. She died at sea, basically. We got in a little skirmish with the merfolk there, and she was caught in the middle of a bit of a fight. Impaled, and we couldn't save her. I am sorry. I am just as sorry as you are, if not more so, in fact. I mention.
Yes, I'm sure you are, my son. I'm sure. He will hold a hand on her brow, and um, he will look at you hopefully, and say, "Well, it is clear that our goddess, she of the fiery sword, does not want Agatha to pass just yet, for she is protected from decay, and we could revive her."
My eyes grow wide, and I become somewhat excited, and I say, "If there's anything you can do," a little bit of hope in my voice. Yeah.
Yes. We definitely could appeal to she of the fiery sword to revive this fallen cleric. However, he will look up and his eyebrows will gather into a frown. "We must make sure your heart is pure, Mr. Halfling."
I wish you wouldn't. I mumble, but nod and say, "Okay, okay. If there's, and I start just kind of mumbling and not really giving a good reply. But I eventually consent.
The old head of the Order of the Sun will nod sagely.
Yeah.
And don't worry, you will not be put into very much peril, Mr. Halfling. It is only a small trial that we do request people go on to make sure that their wish is truly of a noble sort. He will pull out a map of the island that Arkrosa is on, and he will point to a smudge that he says represents one of the last pieces of the great forest that covered this island once upon a time. Be silent while I'm speaking.
Sorry.
You must go past the village of... He peers closely at the map. Witherbar. No, Wonder Downs. Wither Downs. That's it. Wither Downs. Who painted this map? Wither Downs. Into the forest, and there you must take the trial of the unicorn.
I just start laughing again. I'm sorry. It's so fun to laugh at you, I mention under my breath. But immediately try to stop and nod again and say, "Okay, I am up for this then. What do I need to do? Something about a forest?"
He will have an acolyte repeat what he said to you.
Okay.
Go to the last remnant of the forest there and find the unicorns that live there.
Mm-hmm.
And they will test to make sure that your heart is pure in regards to us reviving our fallen cleric here.
Why does my heart need to be tested? It's her that's fallen. It's her that needs to be revived.
We question why you want her revived.
Oh, okay. I kind of blush, but nod quickly. I believe that can be arranged. Yeah. I'm up for that.
The the head cleric will ask whether they can keep the body of their cleric here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think you may. I wouldn't want to damage it if we were traveling yet again.
No,
That would be permissible, I think.
it has been marvelously preserved. It would be a shame for it to come to harm now.
Yes.
I agree.
Then I will consent to this. And I would hate it if they turned out to be necromancers in disguise. And they start doing these profane rituals on the body. And then I come back to find it completely defiled and burned and like a charred wreck.
That's a good idea.
How dare you? My revenge shall be complete. Anyways, yeah, I think that's fine. I think we'll be fine with leaving the body here and then going into the forest as instructed.
Okay.
Because I'm all about questing and stuff.
Bum ba da da, bum ba da, bum ba da da, bum ba da da. Okay.
Now I want to watch that.
You are outside the village of Witherdowns. You have ridden there or taken the airship.
I think we flew. Yeah.
Okay. You flew to the village of Witherdowns, which is a collection of humans and halflings in their little houses.
Yep.
It only takes a few hours to get to Witherdowns by flight.
Right.
And the eaves of the great forest is looming up from the cleared fields. One of the halflings sees you, Bertok, looking towards the forest, and he says, "No, you don't want to go in there, mister. It's scary in there. There's them wolves."
Mm-hmm.
And them unicorns.
I am confident. Wolves I can handle. Unicorns I can handle even more, I yell over to him.
All right.
What I can't handle is not sharing a pipe and a flagon with ya neighbor. As I finally, after so many months, over a year of time has passed since I had any dealings with any halfling anywhere. So I'm quite excited to make an acquaintance of such a respectable. Oh, this halfling. I just had a vision of him. He wears a waistcoat and he's fat and he has suspenders. And he's a little bit balding on top. He's got like the Captain Picard hair, the crown that goes around, but bald on top.
Okay.
And he
Okay,
smokes
sure.
a pipe, and he's tubby, and he has like a waistcoat and suspenders
Sure.
and breeches and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. He's basically the banker in any western.
Okay. Sounds good. He is delighted that you want to spend some quality halfling time, as they say. He gladly shares a pipe with you, and he's brought along a meat pie that he was going to have for lunch, and he splits
pasty.
it with you.
A nice
Yes.
pasty. Yeah. Guess what I learned? I learned that the English actually do call it a pint, and they measure out by pints how much they drink at any type of tavern or something. And so if they have 2 pints, they can't drive. If they have 1 pint, they might be able to drive. Or something like that. I don't know. I didn't hear very many details. But one of Vicky's boyfriends, is from England, and he was out when I was over there, and he totally was like, yeah, whenever I come to America and try to order beer, I try to order it by the pint, and they're like, what? How many ounces is that? And I'm like, well, no, just a pint. That's all I want is a pint of beer. And they're like, but we need to know the size, like 32 ounce, 16 ounce, 8 ounce. So it's pretty funny, but.
Good luck on your journey there, Mister.
No,
What we're doing it?
my name's Bertok of some village up north on the mainland.
Ah,
I can't tell you because I don't remember. My brain has been addled by so many adventures.
be something.
Bertok land.
Something woods. Something woods.
Bottom.
Anyway, your newfound halfling person here bids you a
Safe journey.
success. Yes, a safe success on your whatever it is you are doing there in the woods.
And I will say, well, we're not going there yet. That's like tomorrow, I'm thinking, because we could stand to stay the night here. Do you have a tavern or some sort of lodging that we could make use of?
No, we're too small a town for an inn.
Can I pay you for an attic or a barn even? I gaze about at my gnome companions.
Sure, I suppose I can set you up somewhere in the barn if you really want to sleep in the hay.
I don't mind it. We go in and find a maid milking cows, and I'm like, ooh, do you stay the night in here too? No. No, I don't.
Delgo Forest. That's where your village was.
Right. I forgot about that. Okay. I'm from Delgo Forest, by the way, I say, after like a half an hour of getting our belongings all set up in the barn. My conscience just reminded me, or rather my memory finally served me well. And I just remembered I'm from Delgo Forest.
I've never been there. Is it pretty?
Oh, absolutely. Or rather it was before the goblins came along. Now it's a marsh and a wasteland.
Ah, I'm so sorry, laddie. Here, have another pasty.
Thank you, I say, and eat
Hey, dear, get started on some breakfast. We need a big breakfast tomorrow.
And we hear a shrill voice. But it's only 6 at night. Why do you want me starting breakfast now? You old fool. And he's like, me wife. She thinks we can do things at the last minute, but I know better. After 20 odd years married to her, you can't put anything off with that woman.
The sun starts to set. The moon comes out. The howl of wolves breaks the silence of crickets.
Yeah, I roll for wisdom to see if we should light a fire in the barn. We should not, but I really want to. We decide not to. We decide instead to go outside and make a fire pit with rocks. In the middle of the night, the farmer comes out and he's like, "What are you doing lighting fires? Oh my God." And he pours water over it. And we're all left in a choking cloud of smoke.
He goes back in.
Ricky comes down with bronchitis the next day from inhalation, smoke inhalation. Ricky gets left behind.
Do you want to continue?
Let's not. I think this is a good place to call it good, at least for now.
Oh, we almost got to the unicorn.
Almost. It's a good thing to save for next time. That's my opinion. That's why I was saying,
Okay.
hey, we need to hang out at this farm for like a day, or rather 2 weeks. Which will only amount to like 8 hours.
Yeah. All right, we can pause here.
Yay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let me...
Oh, wait. Before we pause,
Yes.
are we still recording?
Yeah, we are. What's up?
Okay. All right. Yeah. I forgot. I wanted to do this at the start of the session.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any like basic knowledge questions that your character would be expected to know, but you don't? And I haven't said yet because I forget stuff.
I'm only thinking like reputation of certain races. Like what are gnomes reputed for? Fixing stuff, having pointy hats, stealing things, maybe. Being all around just general scamps. That's my thought. But no, I can't think of anything.
Like if I had to write like a couple paragraphs for people to read to introduce them to what we've been at now, is there anything in that you guys it would be good for you guys to know, but I haven't said yet?
I can't.
Elaborated on.
What's the name of the planet that we live on? That kind of thing. I don't know. It shouldn't be too detailed because it's just an introduction. Can't think of anything. Delgo Forest and the city of Tyrium are where we're from. We've traveled about the lands of whatever we call this place.
The map that the Nautulus has, the one with all the cities on it,
Yeah.
is detailing most of northern Noranth is the continent.
Noranth?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The land of Noranth. I don't know. doesn't have much of a ring to it, but I think I can deal with that. We know
And-
that the world is extraplanar, meaning we can go to different places.
True, there are other planes. Yep.
Are the manta rays a common occurrence enough that Bertok will basically know how to deal with them if they show up? He knows that they're a common thing that you'd find in the sky, but he's never been in the sky until now to actually experience one up close. But they kind of float overhead. They're just like, what if the hobbits, if the halflings were a God-fearing people, they might consider the manta rays to be gods of the sky. But they aren't. That they realize that other races revere the manta rays as spirit or air type elementals. Things to be worshipped. Things that like a goblin would worship would be the manta ray, or something like that.
Yeah. The manta rays, they kind of go through cycles of, you see one a day, and then you see none for like a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they are common enough throughout the year that most people just say, "Oh, there's another manta ray," but they're usually very high up
It's like
in the sky.
It's
so
like
there's-
a astronomical event or something, like the aurora
right,
borealis.
it's like a cloud going by.
Yeah.
Manta ray.
It's that time of year again. The manta rays are out. Time to harvest the the soybeans.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That's what
Yep.
the halflings would do anyway. It's time to harvest the tobacco because we've had the manta rays are migrating, whereas the goblins are like, "Oh, great air worship god person, we do your bidding." Pew pew. Raid.
And your nursery rhymes have instilled on you that this is world number 167.
Like the populace in general numbers their worlds, or
It is common knowledge that this is world number 167.
okay.
In case you ever get lost, dearie, just remember, if you're out there in the weird worlds, home is number 167.
Okay. I feel like making a little limerick now.
You could do that.
There once was a man from 3. He didn't know how to climb a tree, but 167 is the place we call heaven, and we try to come back every day. No.
I like it.
I don't, but okay. It needs help. Yeah, I'm we'll think about this. 167. That's a good thing to know, I guess. It's not something you'd really teach a kid. Like you'd teach a kid more like the tree that looks like a 1 and a 6 and a 7 is the place you call home. A 168 is the place you call doom and despair. Is where they eat little hobbit children. If you see an 8, stay clear. Or yeah. What else would I know?
If you do want the reputation of the general races, I could go over that briefly.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, humans are the most populous. Um,
Okay.
they have founded the most cities and are the dominant race here. Um, of course, they've had their fair share of calamities.
Right.
Um,
World number 168 is wrought with cat people.
uh, furries, but yeah. Um,
We don't dare
quite
go
literally.
there. Right.
Yeah. Um, the gnomes, except for very rare cases, generally tend to be a sort of looked upon as a sort of a subclass. They are
Gnomes
usually
okay.
in the sewers and maintaining the machinery that a city needs.
Yeah.
They have very few opportunities to advance.
But they're considered a
most
lesser
places.
species.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Um, dwarves are respected, although isolated in their cities for the most part.
Mhm.
Um, but they are welcome other places since they are wealthy and good
Yeah,
fighters,
yeah.
good uh, bargainers, etc.
Okay.
Um, the elves are divided up into their sub races.
Mhm.
Most of them tend to be fairly reclusive, and they have no formal cities anywhere.
Okay.
Races have gnomes. The immolate the salamandrins um, came up with the immolator class. That is their claim to fame.
Right.
They come up with the immolator class. They also strangely seem to be a very popular race for slavery.
Oh.
Um,
Like slavers?
uh,
Or the other way, they are slaves.
they are slaves, yeah.
Okay.
They have a very primitive culture, from what you know,
Mhm.
and they are just easily captured for some reason and sold
Okay.
uh, as bodyguards and manual labor.
Mhm.
And so
All right.
I think that's it for most of the races.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I can deal with
Kind of grim, except for the humans.
that. Right.
Oh, the halflings. Yeah, I mean, everybody likes halflings,
Yep.
except dark wizards.
Right. But we managed to skirt by the one dark wizard that we've encountered so far.
Right.
And we have one interesting wizard in our employ at the moment, which I'm not
Yep.
sure what to do with him, except give him lodging and hope he doesn't kill himself with too many experiments and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think